Alright guys, so I already welded all the pickets. All the pickets are already on there. This gate's gonna have some sheet metal. This is the pickets right here. This is the little door. Let me remove this real quick, give me a minute. Alright guys, so we're using a 22 gauge sheet metal. That's what we're using, 22 gauge. This is the door that's gonna be in the center of the sliding gate. I still gotta weld the knuckles on, but therefore I already did the sheet metal. I just gotta screw it on. Some people weld it on, but since the sheet metal is not too thick, I'm gonna screw it on with the screen screws. And yeah man, let's get to it. Alright guys, so every time that I like build some shit, I don't know why, but I like to clean my sheet metal. It also gets it ready for when I start painting it. It's already kind of clean, you know. So I like to do that too on my gates. If it has sheet metal, screen, whatever, wipe down my sheet metal so it can look good. So for this specific gate, we're using 22 gauge sheet metal. We're gonna use the screen screws to screw it on. Normally if it's like another gauge, like 16 gauge, something more thicker, I like to weld it to the pickets. But since the sheet metal is a little thin, we're gonna use the screen screws, put flat bar all around, and it's gonna be nice and solid. So I don't know if you guys noticed that I was marking it down with the marker. So basically I do that so I can know where the pickets are gonna go. Since I'm using sheet metal and I can't see where the pickets are, I like to mark it down, so therefore I can know where I'm gonna put the screen screws at. Alright guys, so basically what I did here, I just marked down the picket. I did that line so I could know where the pickets are gonna be. Since it's sheet metal and you can't see them, now I know where exactly they're gonna go. So right now I'm gonna grab like a long picket, put it on top right here, and mark it down with the marker all the way down to over here. So when I screw them on, I can know exactly where they're gonna go and I won't miss a picket, and there's gonna be a hole and you're gonna be able to see that hole through the bottom. But yeah guys, this is what we got going on so far, right? I normally use a picket that's long enough that reaches the bottom of the gate and the top of the gate, but I couldn't find no long scrap. This is the longest piece of scrap that I found. It seemed to work fine with me. You know, you gotta work with what you got, even though a longer piece of scrap would have been way better. Alright guys, so I don't know if you can see, but we already marked them down. Now you already know where the hell the picket's gonna be when you do the hole. Alright, you know guys, when I started fabricating the gates and shit, I didn't know how to put on the sheet metal. I remember I'll screw them on and I'll puncture a hole and you could be able to see the hole through the other side. So I remember I told my uncle, hey man, how do you put on the sheet metal? I remember he told me like, oh, come on, Ricky, like you know, be smart. It's common sense, you know, like mark it down. You know, a lot of people don't know this shit, you know, and it's a little tricky, but it is common sense, you know. Just mark it down, mark it on the sheet metal, and boom, you know. There you go. All right, guys, these are the screen screws that I'm gonna be using to tighten up the sheet metal to the fence. And this is my DeWalt gun that I'll be using as well. I bought this shit from a guy in OfferUp for about 10 bucks. And it's been so helpful, you know, to my little business. I'm using my DeWalt drill. This drill, I got it for about 30 bucks in the street on OfferUp. It recently broke down on me. This was my last video with this specific drill gun. Drill gun was so useful in my business, so in my little shop, so I decided to buy me a new one. I got a new one, the same drill, same serial, not serial number, but same number to the gun. You know, every gun has a specific number. And yeah, man, fucking gun, it's put in work. It's a little powerful gun, little powerful. All right, drill. Guys, so check this out. You see how we got the screen screws on? We got the screen screws on right next to the line. You only have to do one line. You don't have to do 2 lines. You don't just go with 1 line, but make sure you get it right and you do it on this side and not on that side. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, that's how you put sheet metal on, in case you guys never knew. Bam! Check this out. You know? Now I gotta do the door, which is this little section right here. Gotta do the door and then that section over there. Alright, guys, so we pretty much got everything done today that I wanted to get done. I already put the sheet metal. The only thing that I didn't get done was putting the flat bar around the framing of the sliding gate. As in right here, putting the flat bar all around the sliding gate. That's one thing I did not get done today. I'm gonna cut it short today due to the fact that it's about to get rainy right now. But anyways, so yeah, man, tomorrow when I come back, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to put the flat bar around the sheet metal, and we're going to pick this heavy ass gate up and somehow manage to pick it up and weld the other side of this gate all around, put the knuckles, and yeah, man, I'll see you guys. All right, guys, so here we are again, another day, another dollar. You know, yesterday was a bit rainy, so I had to cut it short, but here we are again. What we're gonna be doing today, this is what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be putting on the flat bar. This is called the flat bar. This is a 1/2 inch flat bar by 1/8 thickness. We're gonna be putting it around the whole frame, all around the frame of the door as well, right here, all around, so the customers or the kids, if there's kids at the customer's house, so they won't cut themselves right here in the edges. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna put the flat bar, then we're gonna stand this motherfucker up, and we're gonna weld it all on the front. All right, guys. Alright guys, so I am using a 6013 332nd electrode for this specific gate. I don't know if you noticed that I'm using the small sledgehammer to press down against the flat bar so it could be nice and flat. You always want to put some pressure on the flat bar because that's what's gonna keep the sheet metal in place. So we already have the bottom flat bar and the top flat bar welded onto the gate already. So now we're cutting the flat bar that's gonna go vertical up on the sides. I am using a 1/2 inch flat bar, 1/8 thickness, to cover up the back of the slide gate. So yeah, you can always use a much wider flat bar, like a 3/4 of an inch flat bar, 5/8 of an inch flat bar. But me personally, I like to use a 1/2 inch by 1/8 thickness to cover up the gate in the back. I mean, people are different. There's different ways of doing it. That's the way that I like to do it. Alright guys, so we already got the flat bar done. Let me show you what I got going on right here. Let me give you a little walkthrough. Alright, so this is the flat bar, right? Let's go to the top. This is the beginning of the sliding gate, the top. As you can see, I put a flat bar all around of the sheet metal, so therefore you won't cut yourself. You know, you don't need to weld it like so close together. You know, you gotta give it a little feet, you know, like give it a little, don't do it too close to each other, you know, something nice. All right, so I already did it all around, as you guys can see right here, all around, all right here. I already did this one. I'm just working right now. I'm working on doing the door, putting the flat bar on the door. Still gotta weld those on. But after I weld those, we'll pretty much be done with the sheet metal. As you guys can see, it looks a little nice. Well, not a little, it looks pretty cool, you know.
Let me go get my lead over here. See that? Look at that right here. I'll get this thing to weld without it.
So we're pretty much done already, man. We're pretty much done with the sheet metal. We're pretty much done with the sheet metal. Now we're gonna just focus on the other side, but I'm gonna need a little help. Flipping it over. So I'm gonna call Louis right now so he can help me out on flipping it. But let me show you guys. Look, so this is pretty much how it's supposed to look, guys. All right, you see the flat bar all across, right, everywhere. This is just the door. All right, this is the door right here. Remember, in the beginning there was gonna be a door. This is it, the sliding gate with the wheels. There's gonna be a door in the center, so therefore they don't have to open the whole sliding gate.